Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is the Strat method trading a 3 bar, okay? I made a video about a failed 2 candle, a 1 candle. Now we're gonna do a 3 bar, okay? 3 candle. Now this is the Strat method, not the strap, okay? We're not pulling out the strap. It's the Strat method, okay? S-T-R-A-T. So, with that being said, man, nothing in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to go talk to a licensed financial advisor, okay? And also like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? So, the Strat method. If you are new to the Strat method, be sure to watch my playlist, okay, for all of the Strat videos, okay? The Strat method. I trade the Strat every single day, and it's been about almost a year now that I've been heavily, strictly focused on the Strat, okay? Now, when I started learning how to trade the Strat method, what happened was my profits more than tripled on average, right? I used to trade EMAs and stuff, and I would maybe get, I would be okay with 10%. I would put a bigger amount of money in, and then I would make 10%, 12% maybe. Okay, so I would average between about 8 to 12%. Now, my average profit is, I would say on a day trade, well, like a scalp trade, is like 25 to 30% on average, okay? Now, also with the Strat method, I heavily focus on IWM, okay? If you know, you know. If you're in a Discord, you know. IWM is changing people's lives every single day, okay? So, we're gonna talk about a 3 bar. Now, when we're talking about the Strat method, number one, you have combinations, okay? You got a 2-1-2, 3-1-2, 3-2-2, 2-2-2, right? A 1-2-2. All these are whatever number candlestick you have, each number candlestick represents a different thing. A quick recap. If you see a 1 candle, that is a consolidation candle. A big move will follow that. If you have a 2 candle, that is a directional candle. That is the direction that the stock is going in. Now a 3 candle, this is where people get confused a little bit, okay? Some people call it a volatility candle, right? I say a momentum candle. Now, what it means is when you have a 3 bar, that means that the high and the low of the current candle have went outside of the previous candle's range, okay? Now, the Strat method is predicated on the previous candle. So when you have a current candle, you're basing your entry off where the previous candle is at. And also, is it a 1 candle, 2 candle, whatever, right? And we're going to go to the charts in a minute, but I want to make sure that I'm just breaking this down and giving you guys an overview first, right? So you have a 3 bar, and the high and the low of the current bar is outside of the previous candle's range on both sides. That's what makes it a 3. A 1 candle is inside. A 2 candle is directional. A 3 candle has gone both directions outside of the previous candle's range, okay? So it's volatility. It's also a lot of pressure, okay? Selling pressure or buying pressure. So anytime I see a 3 bar, bearish 3 bar or a bullish 3 bar, as long as the candle structure is solid and we're at a certain level, I'm gonna take that entry, okay? Now, if you wanna trade off of 3 bars, whether you're swing trading or day trading, like scalp trading, you do have to be a little bit careful. If I see a bearish 3 bar on the weekly time frame, I will take that entry at the end of the week. If I see a bearish 3 bar on the 15-minute time frame and then it closes, I will wait until the candle breaks below that 2 candle, okay? So when you're trading 3 bars, you wanna make sure you know and understand what type of trade you're getting into. And then also, you want to know what level the stock is at, okay? And then you want to know the anatomy of the actual 3-bar, right? So we're going to go to the charts and I'm going to break this stuff down. But I just wanted to give you guys an overview so you guys can understand the 3-bar and what we're talking about here. Okay? So let's go into the 3-bar, the charts, and let's really break this stuff down. All right? So, okay. So let's just go to, let's rock with IWM, okay? All right. So we have 2 3-bars right here, okay? Now I got into a trade this morning. I got 18% and I got in on this 3-bar, okay? Bearish 3-bar. And then it came up and tested, it rejected, I entered in, and then we wrote it down, right? Got 18% on that. Then it had another 3-bar right here, okay? So first things first is you have to understand your combinations, okay? These are your combinations, right? Your combinations. You have, what we're gonna focus on is 3-1-2, and then a 3-2-2, right? 3-2-2. And we got a 3-2-2 right here as well. That's a 3-2-2 bullish reversal. Okay. 3-2-2 bearish reversal. We got a 3-1-2 bearish reversal. We got a 3-1-2 bullish reversal. Okay. Now we also have a 3-2-2 bullish continuation. That's not on here. Right. So these are the combinations. Now back to the charts. So now, right? So now, when we go to, let's go to the other day. So after a 3-bar, right? Let's go right here. So here's an example. So here's a 3-bar, right? So the candle opened up and it came down. So initially it was a 2-down candle, right? It opened up here, right below this candle, and then it came down. That's a 2-down candle, okay? 2-down candle. And then it came back up and it closed above this candle. Now it became a failed 2-down. And then when it broke above the high of this candle, it became a 3-bar. Okay? So now it's a 3-bar. But it doesn't have a big body yet, but it has a big wick. So this makes sense to enter into a call right here because you know it has momentum. It already tried to come down. It rejected at the bottom here. It pushed up and then boom, okay? And then after a 3-bar, because it usually has a lot of momentum, what happens is when it closes, it's gonna usually create a 2-up if it's a bullish 3-bar. So bullish 3-bar, the next candle that makes sense is gonna be a 2-up candle, okay? And as you can see here, 2-up, came up here and it rejected. So you could have entered in right here, wrote it up, it closed, got above here and wrote it up some more. This move right here is 100%. Okay, probably about 80 to 110%, right? From 265.22 all the way to 266.65. That's over a dollar move with 0 day to expirations. We talking 100%. Okay. Now, that's 3-2. If it had more momentum and this candle closed, bullish, then we could have had a 3-2-2, right? Bullish continuation. So that's the 3-2-2. Now the thing to remember is, like I said, a 3-bar only becomes a 3-bar once it went in the opposite direction and it became a failed 2 candle. So when you see a bullish 3-bar, you're going to see a two down candle first, and then you're going to see a failed 2 down, and then it's going to become a 3 candle. Okay? So that's momentum, right? It's rejecting off a strong level, and you want to make sure you take these at strong levels, right? Don't take them in the middle of levels because they're not all going to work, right? Like look at this one right here. 3-bar, but that don't mean it's going to just keep going up, right? But this was a 3-1-2. Now, the next thing to keep in mind is the candle structure, okay? Now let's go to, for example, this 3-bar, okay? So this 3-bar isn't as strong. It's a bearish 3-bar, but it's not as strong. Why is it not as strong? Because there's buyers and there's sellers. When I see a 3-bar and I see it close, I only want to see the 3-bar close with one side that has a wick. So if I see a bearish 3-bar, I don't want to see a wick at the bottom of that candle, because that lets me know that it could go either way, or the move to the downside won't be as strong, right? So when I got in this trade today, it closed here. I knew that we could come and retrace right down here. So it came up, it rejected, I entered in, and then when we got down here, I exited, right? Because the wick is the price target, right? It's going to try to retest there again, and then it closed there, and then it bounced and it came up, right? And then you see this 3-bar had a wick at the bottom because we were at a support, not a big wick at the top, and then look what happened. You enter in right here, and then you ride it up, okay? Your price target is right there, okay? So that's understanding the 3-bar. Now watch this. Let's go to the daily. Now, when you understand these 3 bars, let's go. Let's go back here. Now, IWM, look at this. On the daily time frame, we had a 3-bar up here, okay? The next day, it popped up. It tried to retrace this candle, and then it came down. Created a 2-down candle. Now, this bearish 3-bar opened here, and it came up, and then it created a failed 2 up because it came back below the high of the previous candle. And when it got below here, that was a bearish 3-bar. Now, what that did is it created a downtrend, which in turn created what? A double bottom. So it bottomed out here, and then it bottomed out here, right? So this bearish 3-bar started a downtrend to create a double bottom. And then look at this bullish 3-bar, right? This bullish 3-bar right here, right? Wick all the way down here. It was at the bottom of the second bottom of the double bottom. So this 3-bar did what? It created the uptrend to break out from the double bottom to make that pattern happen. So we got a bearish 3-bar right here that created the downtrend off the daily, and then it came up, and then it came down, and then we had a bullish 3-bar, and that made us come up from the bottom of that downtrend, that double bottom, and then we blasted off, right? And then right here, we got a 3-bar. We were up above the top of this double bottom right here. We had a failed 2 up, and then we had a bullish 3-bar, okay? And then look what happened. Blasted off some more, right? So this is the power of these 3-bars. Now, sometimes a 3-bar is going to be a bearish engulfing or a bullish engulfing. Some people call it that, but sometimes it's not. Okay, let's go to Google and let's look at the 30-minute real quick. Like, okay, first off, not even a 30-minute. Look at this. This is a bearish 3-bar, but look, buyers were active and sellers were active. Okay, and that's why I wouldn't enter into puts on this type of bearish 3-bar, because there's too many buyers on this bearish 3-bar for me to say it's going to go down. And we were at an area of liquidity right here. And you see we had another bearish 3-bar right here, okay? And then what happened? We had a 3-1, and then we didn't. And then we had a 2 down, and then it popped back up and it came back up, right? So that's not even a combination. You could have took a put right here and then wrote it down. That's the 3-1-2. And then you took profits right here, called it a day, right? But let's go to the 30-minute. Okay, let's look at Google, because Google does this quite often. So let's see if we can find one. Okay, let's see if we can find one. So here's one right here. All right, first 30 minutes of the market. Right, first 30 minutes of the market, we got a bearish 3-bar, but look, a lot of sellers and a lot of buyers. And as you can see, look what happened. It kind of just was at a standstill until it finally made a decision, right? So when you guys are looking at these bullish and bearish 3-bars, you want to make sure that the anatomy of the candlestick is still intact and is still doing what it's doing, right? Look at this one. This is a beautiful 3-bar, a bullish 3-bar right here, a nice wick on the bottom to push it up. Buyers, not a lot of sellers. It pulls back slightly, breaks above, and then it blasts off. Okay? This is the type of setup that you want to look for. You don't want to look for the 3 bars that have a small body and they have big wicks. Okay? If they have a small body and they have big wicks, you don't want to focus on those. Okay? You want to focus on big bodies and small wicks, or a big wick that is only in one direction. Okay? This is another example. I wouldn't really mess with this one right here unless it did break above the high of that 3 candle, which it did, and then it blasted off. Okay? But I'm looking for 3 bars usually like this. Okay? Or with less wick of like that. When you have a wick at the top and it's a bullish 3 bar, a lot of times it does create a 1 candle next. The reason why it creates a 1 candle next is because the body closed a lot lower than where the wick is at. So the new candle is already inside of the range of the previous 3 bar. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it. If I say, so look, a big wick here and a wick here, and then it created a 1 candle. Okay? But when you have a strong body of a candle and there's not a big wick, what ends up happening is it becomes a directional candle like this one. You see how the whole body is a lot bigger, and then it breaks above it, and then the momentum can carry it higher. Okay? Applied does this a lot of the times as well. This is a bearish 3 bar. You see exactly what I'm saying right here. Small body, big wicks, and what did it do? It created a 3-1. So when you see a 3 bar and it has a small body, but it has big wicks, most likely it's going to create a 1 candle next, and then it'll make the move after that 1 candle. So if you're trading this on the 30-minute time frame and you see a bearish 3 bar, but it has a small body and it has big wicks, you want to wait until the next candle closes and it creates that 1 candle. And then on the break of the 1 candle, that's when you take the entry, and then look what happened. Came down, right? But you see how this candle had a wick up here, small wick down here. It came down a little bit, but if you go down to the 15-minute time frame, that was on Tuesday the 20th. Let's see, Tuesday the 20th. Tuesday the 20th, right here. Okay. So this one had, so it had a wick right here, and then it closed right here. It didn't test higher, and then it came down. So I don't like, if a bearish 3 bar has a wick to the downside, I don't really like trading it unless it comes up, rejects, and then it comes down, and then it will come down and test that low right there. Okay? But when you're looking at 3 bars, you want to be understanding that it's going to be a 3-2 candle, or it's going to be a 3-1-2 candle. One or the other. Okay? And it's a very momentous candle. Okay? So this candle can change your life. This candle can make you a lot of money. You just have to understand how to play it. And you don't want to just look at a 3 bar and that's it. You want to understand that a 3 bar comes from being a failed 2 candle, turning into a 3 bar, making it a big momentous candle. And then also from there, you want to ask yourself, am I at the top of the 3 bar movement? If you're at the top of it and the candle has not closed yet, you don't want to take entry just yet, because it could come down, because it does. 3 bars do have a lot of volatility. So once you see the candle close and you see the actual structure of that candle, that's when you make your decision on if you're going to take entry or not. Okay? So I hope that made sense, and I hope that helped you guys out. All right, 3 bars are definitely a game changer, and they will definitely change your life if you allow them to. Okay? So like I always say, y'all, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? I'm going to see y'all guys later on live tonight. Y'all have a great day, and all y'all stay smooth. Peace.